Hi. So today I'm talking about emotions. The emotions. I've had some crazy experiences today. You can probably tell I look very tired. Went through lots of emotional stuff, but not mine, which is very interesting. So in the human design system, which I touch on a little bit here and there, we have different centers, and one of them is called the emotional solar plexus center. And in that center, depending if you have it defined or undefined, bases how you react to emotions and if they are really sort of your experience or if you're experiencing someone else's and you're kind of playing it out. So I, for a long time, didn't realize that how powerful this center is. And it's a center in the human design system that trumps when it comes to your strategy, when it comes to how you make decisions from your body. It trumps every other part or every other center in the human design system. So if you're a generator and you have a sacral motor and you make decisions from your womb or your sacral then and you have an defined emotional center, then you will be emotionally defined and your strategy will be emotional authority. And for those of us who don't, like myself, who don't have a defined emotional center, we reflect those emotions that are generated by these generators or projectors or manifestors or whoever. Yeah, or manifesting generators like myself. You will receive, as an open, undefined emotional center person, you will receive those emotions passing through your system, and they will get amplified in your field. So as a child, I myself have two parents that are emotionally defined. And they've gone through pretty hard pasts of going through communism, being in escaping communism, having a lot of fear, having a lot of ups and downs, tragedies, and good things happen to them. So, and then money and all the good stuff. So when it came to my upbringing, I definitely felt a lot of emotional charge, a lot of tension, and especially between them, because they eventually also got divorced. So there's this whole emotional tension constantly around me that I, as someone who has an open, undefined emotional center, took on as my own and lived that out for a long time, just kind of unnoticed until the last little while in this last month. This Mercury retrograde has been amazing for my communication with myself and my emotions communicating with me and learning about that whole understanding and thing and the nervous system and all that really sensitive wiring that we have inside of us. So I have been working through releasing these emotions. So if you don't know your human design chart, go take a look. I'll put a link up above for a website that you can go to get your human design chart done. It's basically the same as getting your astrology chart done. And if you feel called, if you feel interested to learn about human design system, it's a very in-depth system, so I'm not going to go crazy into it in one video, not even close. So, but I want to get to the point of emotions. So when you have an undefined emotional center, or you can be considering yourself an empath, many empaths are actually open. We have a lot of open centers, and I'm going to be getting too much into this, so I'm going to go straight to the point. So when you have emotions that are flowing through you, even if you're defined emotionally, even if you're undefined, you want to feel them to free them. You need to feel your emotions to free them. You need to feel it and go through it like a wave. Like you go with the emotion and then you come out, oh my God, I'm on the other side. Oh wow, that was a trip, right? You want to go through the emotion. Because when you resist it, you suppress it, you push it down, you start to think that it's you, and it starts really overwhelming you. And it shows up every time you have that emotional trigger. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a situation, maybe it's money, maybe it's health, maybe it's whatever, right? That trigger will hit you, and it will just be a constant trigger of pain and suffering that you have in your life. So why not release that? Why not let that go? Why not start working and seeing into your emotions to see how to do that? Well, it's a little bit difficult, definitely, when it comes to looking into your emotions and feelings, because it's really uncomfortable. That is one of the most uncomfortable places, I think, as we do inner healing work, is to go into, is the emotions, is to go into what we feel about things, how things actually feel, how people feel, emotional charges around things. It's really a tricky, testy waters. So what I can give you as sort of advice is, first of all, see what you're eating, because food also definitely affects the body and affects its systems and its movements and its receptivity and the nervous system and everything, right? Which then affects the emotions as well. But second, I would really encourage, this is one practice that I give a lot of my, like almost all my clients, is flow writing. It's a practice that I was introduced to a while ago, and it is such a beautiful practice to do, to really start hearing yourself, hearing your voice, hearing how you feel about things, and really just having time to yourself to just listen to what you have to say. And so sit down with a pen and paper, sit down with a document, Word document, and just allow yourself for 20 minutes, set a timer for 30 minutes, whatever, and just allow the pen to go. You just write whatever comes through. It doesn't have to look beautiful, it doesn't have to look polished, whatever. You just want to write it out and just get that shit out. That is a great practice for hearing your emotions, a great practice for just getting brain drain stuff out. You know, you've probably heard it in the Artist's Way, the morning pages, 3 pages in the morning that you do, or brain drain, or whatever it's called. But I was introduced by someone with it by flow writing. So try that practice. Let me know in the comments below how it went. Love to hear how your brainstorm / brain drain / flow writing goes. And yeah, let me know if you had any insights and things. It's such a fun thing to do. Sometimes it's not so fun, but yeah. And if you're curious about working with me and you're curious about what I have to offer, stay tuned, because I will be putting out some new stuff this week with things that I'm offering and things you might be interested in if you're looking into kind of food, taking care of yourself, and self-healing, and looking for some support. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed, comment below, let me know about your brainstorm or if you've heard about this brainstorm. Love talking to you guys. Have a wonderful day.